We are live, people. How's everybody doing? Anybody who is joining us, happy to have you here. I'm excited about today's live interview. I have a good friend of mine, Monique Lawrence, who is one of my favorite clients. She is here to talk about her experience in the academy, maybe some of the things she's learned, some of the fears and doubts that she's had. Before we get into it, and we'll get right into it, we won't waste no time. Monique, put you on the spot here, but give like a good 20 second just kind of intro about yourself and just so people get to know you a little bit before we hop in.
All right. I'm Monique. I'm 24.
Yes.
I am a high school English teacher, as well as I'm going to school for my master's in teaching in English. Yeah, that's basically it.
Amazing. Monique is amazing, and you're going to hear more about how she is amazing. As we go through the interview, if you guys have any questions for her about her experience, definitely put it in the chat, and we'll make sure we address them before we hop off. But first question for you, Monique, just to give people an idea of really where you were. Tell us about where you were before we started working together. You know, not just where you were physically, but more so about the details of how you were feeling about yourself and in terms of your health and fitness. Give us an overview of how that was.
Well, I was at the heaviest I've probably ever been.
Yeah.
Very tired, very sluggish all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Mentally, like all over the place. Couldn't really focus on a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And was just kind of just taking like a day at a time. Wasn't really like thinking about the process I have to do every day.
Right. Absolutely. And what was, because when we connected, you definitely were very passionate about making a change, right? And I remember that literally clearly. So what was it for you that made you say, okay, this is the moment? Like, what was that moment for you that made you say, okay, I need to give this a try? Like, I need to give support and coaching a try. What was that moment for you?
Like I found it extremely hard to buy clothes, and I was very annoyed with that.
Yeah.
Because I am plus size and plus I'm tall, so it's like a double whammy.
Right.
As well as I was just out of breath doing the simplest things, and I was like, this is not. If someone who's 24, I shouldn't be out of breath doing like going
Right.
upstairs.
Right. Absolutely. So that was kind of like okay, we need to get serious now.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we all have those moments, right? I mean, I've had those moments I talk about all the time. And if my older brother is watching this, he'll know. But there was a time when I was younger where my older brother literally came into the room and said, "Yo, you're fat." Changed my whole world. Literally, that's the one moment that years later I still remember, right? So I think it's good to always look back at what those moments are. But somebody out there is in a position that you were a couple months ago, right? So what were some of the things that you were scared about or at least hesitant about? You know, was it money? Was it nervousness? Was it, okay, would this program even work? Like, what were some of the things that you were maybe hesitant about before you joined?
Money for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But we figured that out, so that was super like relieving.
Yep.
As well as like I didn't know how it operated, and so I was like, do I take that leap?
Right.
And I'm very happy I did.
Mm-hmm. Super happy you did. And if anybody doesn't know, Monique just dedicated herself to our next level program, which she was accepted into, which is more about the lifestyle change and the long-term change, which is of course what we want. So definitely happy for her about that. Just to brag about you a little bit, obviously Monique lost 18 pounds in a very short amount of time, down about 4 to 5 inches on her waist, has way more energy. I can brag about you for days, but if you want to brag a little bit about maybe some of the results you've had over these past couple months, please do so people can know.
I think I have to size down in like sweaters because the sweater I'm wearing right now is a little too big.
Yep.
There's a lot more energy. I'm more clear-minded.
Yeah.
Less breakouts on my face, which is super great.
Yeah.
I just feel lighter.
Feel lighter
in general.
Yeah. Talk a little bit more about the mindset shifts that you're having, right? Because one of the things that I say a lot, really to the public, but as you know, Monique, a lot in the academy also, is it's really all about your thoughts, right? Because that's where everything starts. Right? Everything starts from your thoughts and your thinking patterns, and really just the way you see health and fitness, right? And a lot of times, clients come to the program and they start to see things differently, which allows your actions to be different, of course. So, talk a little bit more about the mindset shift that you've had over these last couple of months, and just how you're starting to see health, fitness, and just this lifestyle for you.
I used to definitely be very a negative Nancy, I would say.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
just like telling myself like you won't lose this weight. I guess you're just like this forever.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely mindset wise, I have an understanding like there's room to grow in everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So instead of being like I can't lose the weight, I could be like I'm going to lose the weight, and this is how I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to lose the weight.
Right.
Um, Also just mindset, just also with the mindset, just thinking more positively, doing
Mm-hmm.
those daily
Mm-hmm.
affirmations like you say, and just reflecting
Yeah, yeah.
is a really big thing, especially as a teacher. I'm always reflecting, but to actually sit and reflect for myself as a person before my job
Yep.
has really made the difference in these past couple of months.
I love that. I love that. I love that. So, what about the program did you specifically, right? I want you to be as detailed as possible. What about the program did you love, right? Obviously, we have a lot of things that go into it, a lot of systems and things like that that we have for our clients. What specifically about it do you love that you feel like maybe separated it from other programs? What did you love about it?
I really enjoy the Facebook group.
Mm,
Um, that real sense of community where like if I don't want to like post about myself, I could post about myself in there and being like, look what I did
right,
today, and everybody's
right,
just like
right.
super proud and super happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, the 2 calls a week are
Hmm.
super helpful because it'd be things that I'm like not even thinking to ask you questions about, and I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, that's I come out with something every call,
Right,
which is
right.
great.
Amazing, amazing. Anything else? Right there, you're good.
Um, I just love the structure, like everything's in one
Mm-hmm.
spot, and you're also readily available anytime I have a
Hmm.
question or
Yeah.
like something has come up and I can't get to this or that,
Hmm.
which is very helpful because I'm an accountability person.
Absolutely. 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 Super holding you accountable, and I'm always going to be here. So it makes me feel good when people say they love that about the program because I try my best to be as present as possible, right? So I'm glad you're able to take that from it. Again, if anybody has questions for Monique about her experience, please drop them in the chat. We'll be sure to get to them about her experience or even about the program. Definitely drop it in the chat. We'll get to it. Really, I want you to kind of, I know it may be hard, right? Because you've gained some success. So now it's kind of looking forward. But I think it's important, Monique, just to really appreciate your process to put yourself back into where you were, right? So somebody watching this or somebody that's going to watch this is in the same place that you were a couple months ago, right? Hopeless, really doesn't feel like nothing's working, feels like they're going to be like this forever. If somebody is seeking support or considering getting support, what advice would you give them?
Just um, what is the thing that I asked a lot of questions,
Mm, mm,
asked a lot of questions, and then like just start. I think
right, right.
um, the worst thing you could do is just stay in that spot. And I'm happy I didn't stay in that spot. I asked my
Mhm.
questions and I joined, and I feel so much better after just the first program.
Absolutely, absolutely. Jump in, right? Is what Monique is saying. I love that. I love that because a lot of people are very hesitant, right? Like, oh, I'll do it when it's the right time. It's never going to be the right time, right? It takes a decision, right? So I'm glad that you made the decision to take the jump, and we're happy we had you. Final question for you, just to kind of give a wrap up here. If you could describe the academy in one word or one sentence, and I know it may be a little hard, but one word or one sentence, if you could describe the academy, what would that be?
Um, oh, that is very hard. Transformational.
Transformational. It's crazy. I think another client said the exact same word. I'm gonna go back and look at the interview, but that's amazing. Listen, she says it's transformational. Her words, not mine. But literally, don't take my advice. Take hers. Right? She's somebody. And this goes out for those of you who are watching it. She's somebody who's probably very similar to maybe you right now. Maybe you're seeking to get support. Jump in, get support. I know I've had to get support plenty of times in my life, right? So I can relate to that as well. But ask questions and be curious. Monique was very curious, and she still is curious, and I think that's what allows her to show up every day and be successful. So proud of you, Monique. in the comments, like flood her with love because she deserves it. But Monique, it was great to have you. Anybody else, like I said, if you have any questions about Monique's journey and the program, if you're watching the replay, comment down below. I'm pretty sure, we'll definitely be able to get back to you. But Monique, any last thoughts? Or you're good.
No, you're doing a
Great,
great job.
great. You're doing a great job. Happy to have you. But yeah, appreciate everybody as always. As I always end all my videos, go out there and live your absolute top life. See you soon. Appreciate you, Monique.
No problem. Bye, everybody.